When Jephthah makes an impulsive and rash vow to God, his daughter responds with both courage and lament. The story of Jephthah's daughter in Judges 11 urges us to consider the kinds of vows we make before God and the impact those vows have upon those around us.
Dive deep into the stories and teachings of the Bible. Today, we have a gripping tale from the book of Judges that highlights the complexities of faith and sacrifice. In this video, we'll explore the tragic story of Jephthah's daughter, a narrative that resonates with deep emotions and profound moral dilemmas. So, let's get started. Imagine making a vow that would change the course of your life forever, such as the story of Jephthah's daughter. It's a tale that begins with desperation, unfolds in tragedy, and leaves us pondering the profound questions of faith and devotion. Join us as we uncover the layers of this ancient narrative and glean wisdom from its profound message. Before delving into the heart-wrenching story of Jephthah's daughter, let's first familiarize ourselves with the man behind this sorrowful tale. Jephthah was born into a complicated lineage, being the son of a prostitute. His background brought him rejection and ridicule among his brothers, who ultimately drove him away from his homeland. Despite the hardships he faced, Jephthah grew up to become a valiant warrior and a natural leader. Jephthah sought refuge in the land of Tob, a region east of the Jordan River. There, he managed to establish a life for himself, surrounded by outcasts and individuals seeking refuge from various conflicts. Although his past haunted him, Jephthah's courage and skill as a warrior soon gained him respect and recognition among his new community. Meanwhile, across the Jordan River, the Ammonites threatened the Israelites with their fierce aggression. The situation grew dire, and the Israelites found themselves in desperate need of a leader who could lead them to victory and deliverance. In their desperation, they turned to none other than Jephthah, the outcast who had found solace in the land of Tob. When approached by the Israelite elders, Jephthah hesitated, fully aware of the stigma attached to his name. However, driven by a desire to protect his people and prove his worth, he accepted the daunting task. Jephthah rose to the occasion, gathering a band of loyal followers and preparing for the inevitable clash with the Ammonites. Through his strategic brilliance and unwavering determination, Jephthah emerged as a respected leader. Desperation can lead people to make unthinkable decisions. In Jephthah's case, his desire for victory in battle clouded his judgment and pushed him to make a solemn vow. Faced with the threat of the Ammonites and the desperate plea of the Israelites, Jephthah made a pact with God, promising to offer as a sacrifice whatever first came out of his house upon his return from battle. Little did he anticipate the immense cost his vow would demand. Jephthah, driven by his determination and the promise of his vow, led the Israelites to a resounding victory over the Ammonites. The battle was won, and the nation celebrated his triumph. With pride and relief, Jephthah returned home, welcomed by the joyful cheers of his people. However, amidst the jubilation, a wave of dread washed over Jephthah's heart. As he approached his home, he saw his beloved daughter, his only child, joyfully running out to greet him. In that moment, Jephthah realized the devastating consequences of his vow. His desperation for victory had blinded him to the potential tragedy that now loomed before him. The weight of his promise pressed heavily upon his soul as he came face to face with the heart-wrenching truth that his vow demanded the sacrifice of his own daughter. When Jephthah's daughter heard her father's vow, a mixture of emotions must have surged within her. Understanding the weight of her father's promise, she spoke with remarkable courage and resolve. She acknowledged her father's commitment to the Lord, saying, "You have given your word to the Lord. Do to me just as you promised, now that the Lord has avenged you of your enemies, the Ammonites." Despite the gravity of the situation, she accepted her fate, demonstrating immense strength of character. However, before her impending sacrifice, Jephthah's daughter made one final request. She asked for 2 months to roam the hills and weep with her friends, for she knew she would never marry. Her plea for this time of mourning and companionship reveals the depth of her emotional turmoil and the anguish she felt at the prospect of losing her future. Jephthah's daughter's response showcases her extraordinary bravery and unwavering faithfulness. She accepted her fate with a resolute spirit, fully aware of the gravity of her sacrifice. Her willingness to uphold her father's vow, even at the cost of her own life and future, is a testament to her incredible faith and devotion to both her father and the Lord. In the face of unimaginable circumstances, she demonstrated a level of strength and selflessness that continues to inspire countless individuals throughout history. Her story serves as a reminder of the profound sacrifices made by individuals driven by their unwavering faith and commitment to the divine. The lament of Jephthah's daughter and the commemoration of her story held great significance among the Israelites. Each year, young women would go out for 4 days to remember and honor the daughter of Jephthah the Gileadite. This act of remembrance highlights the lasting impact of her sacrifice and the recognition of her devotion. It serves as a solemn reminder of the cost and consequences of vows made hastily and the strength displayed by those who bear them. Jephthah's daughter's story invites us to reflect on the nature of sacrifice and the profound trust that underlies true faith. It prompts us to question the depths of our own commitment to God and the sacrifices we are willing to make in obedience to Him. Jephthah's vow serves as a stark reminder of the weightiness of our words, especially when made in the presence of God. It highlights the importance of fulfilling our promises and the consequences that can arise from careless or rash vows. Jephthah's realization of the cost of his word serves as a cautionary tale, urging us to weigh our commitments carefully and honor them with integrity. Keeping promises to God is not merely a matter of obligation, but a reflection of our reverence and trust in His faithfulness. It reminds us that our words have power and that our commitments to the divine should never be taken lightly. Jephthah's daughter's unwavering devotion and trust in God teach us invaluable lessons. Her bravery and acceptance of her fate demonstrate the depth of faith that allows us to surrender our own desires and plans to God's will. Her willingness to sacrifice her own future reflects the importance of selflessness and obedience in our relationship with the divine. We learn from Jephthah's daughter that true faith goes beyond mere words. It requires action and surrender. Her story challenges us to examine the authenticity of our own faith and our readiness to respond to God's calling, even in the face of great sacrifice. Thank you for joining us in this exploration of the underlying themes within the story of Jephthah's daughter. We hope this discussion has enriched your understanding of sacrifice, faith, and the importance of keeping promises to God. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video with others who may find it enlightening. May we all strive to deepen our faith and trust in God, following the example set by Jephthah's daughter. Until next time, may the wisdom of the Scriptures guide and inspire you.
If you found this video enjoyable, please consider liking and sharing it. Additionally, subscribing to this channel will ensure that you receive more updates in the future.